Hi, it's Andy. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use basic blocks to create this example Second Brain Notion dashboard. So if you're new to Notion and you're not sure how to get started, then do make sure you watch to the end so that you get the hang of the absolute basics. Plus, I'll share a couple of advanced tips along the way too. If you've got any questions as we go along, then do ask them in the comments below, but other than that, let's get into the video. Starting off in a new page, the first thing to do is to give our page a name and also an icon and a cover. So let's call this our Notion Second Brain. And to add an icon, just hover above, click Add Icon, and here I'm going to go and just type Define Brain, and we click it to add it. Let's also go and add a cover. So hover, click Add Cover. It adds one randomly, but we can click on Change Cover. You can either use the Notion ones, or it's also got Unsplash here for some more options. So let's just go to the gallery. Let's find something inspirational. There we go. And then click off to add it. The first thing to add on our page are the headings, and we can do this in a couple of different ways. First, we can just press / and find the heading size that we want and click. So this is going to say key information. We can also go and use the hash key. So if I just press hash twice and the space bar, it gives us our heading 2, and I can add the next heading. Or a quick tip that I like to do is just to add them in as text like this, and then go and select them all by clicking and dragging across. Click on the 6 dots, go turn into, and then select your heading, and it'll do all 3 at the same time, which is a bit quicker. The second thing that I'm going to add to our dashboard is a quote. So underneath the title of the page, you can just press / and then type quote, and I'm going to press return. Great, and then I'm just going to go and add the text for this. We can now do a couple of things. We can colour it, so click on these 6 dots, colour, and then just pick a different background, so maybe yellow. And we can also change the size of this. So if I click again on the 6 dots, we've got quote size, and then I can make it large too. You can also format this text, so for example, let's make it bold. By the way, if you're finding this video useful, a little tap on the like button would mean a huge amount. Thanks. Underneath the quote, let's go and add our third basic block, and that's going to be a call out. So let's press / and type call out and return. It's already coloured, and we can just go and add our text. Great. A couple of other things. We can go and change the colour again, so let's make this blue. And I can also go and add an icon. So this is quite new to Notion. So if we go to the dots, icon, and let's go and put a rocket, because we want to be the best. There we go. And we can also, again, go and format the text, so we can make it bold. We could actually change the size of it. So if we go to the start and let's put in the 2 hashes and return. We've also changed the size, so you can format the text in this call out block like normal, add an icon, etc. Next up, we want to add a few pages within our dashboard page. So underneath key information, if you press / and then type page, and then just go and click or press return, and it opens the new page, and we could give this a title. So for example, vision, and then we can just go back. We've got our new page. We could also go and add a few more underneath, and in the same way as the titles, if I just go and type out the names of these pages, and we can go and drag across, go turn into with the 6 dots, turn into page, and it's automatically changed both of them, so that's a bit quicker. And we can now go and add the various icons, so we don't need to click into the pages, just click on the blank page here. So let me just go and pick icons for these 3 pages. There we go. And if we open one of these new pages, you can see that it's got the icon added automatically. To help structure the page a little bit more, let's just go and add another basic block, and that's a divider. So underneath projects, if I go and press / and then div, we've got divider. So just press return on that one, and you can see that it's added it. We can also do it with a keyboard shortcut. So instead of pressing / if you just press the 3 dots on the keyboard, straight away it goes and adds it. So we can add these for each of our sections just like that. For our projects, we can add something a little bit more advanced here. So that's a table. So just go and type table, and this isn't a database table, this is a simple table. So I'm just going to press return. We've got our simple table, and firstly let me just go and add some data into this. So we've got a few more bits of information in our table, but I now need to add another column. So to do this, just hover over the right hand side and click on the plus, which adds our new column, and I can add more information. So that's the basics, but let's go and make it a little bit more readable. So for our top, these are headings for the columns, so I can go and colour those. So if I click on the 6 dots for the table, and then we can go header row, and this little toggle, click that, it makes them bold, and it also goes and colour it, and we can change that colour here just by going colour and say let's go and make it blue. Great. We can also go and resize the columns. So just hover until you get the double-headed arrow, drag across to make this one bigger, and I could also make the name bigger. And if you wanted to add a row, just click the plus arrow underneath. A big part of any second brain is just getting stuff done. So let's do that with a task list. We've got tasks here. So if I just press / and then to do, we can then press and create our to-do list. So task 1. If you then press return straight away, it'll add another checkbox underneath. So there we go, and we can now add task 2. And then as you do these, just go and click over the checkbox and it'll go and cross them out just to show that you've done them. A quicker way actually to add these to-dos is underneath. If you press the square brackets on your keyboard, so a left square bracket, a right square bracket, and then spacebar, and again it will go and add to that checkbox, and we can add our task 3. By the way, if you've got any questions on anything that I've done so far, drop them down into the comments below and I'll get back to you to help you out. For our important dates, we may just want to go and have a list. So if you press / and then bullet, that will give us our bulleted list, and I can add a couple of dates in. So moving on to one of the advanced tips, you can actually add dates into here which change over time. So if I just go and press the @ symbol, we can then go and choose to add a date. So let's say this is going to be May the 25th, 2025. We can just add that in, and then let's just go and click on there, and it's added in that is actually next Sunday, and that will change over time with the date. Again, put in another date, so the @ symbol, let's just put in here June the 1st, 2025, add that in, click on the date, and there we go. And we can click on it. We could even go and include a time, and we could also put a reminder. So perhaps we wanted this, say, a day beforehand. I can click on there. We've got that little alarm, and that will then go and appear in our notifications and on the mobile app. The last list that I wanted to cover is a numbered list. So underneath our top YouTubers, let's just go and put a quick divider, and then just press number 1 on your keyboard and the dot. And when you press a space, it then goes and drops forwards, and that's creating a numbered list. So this could be Thomas Frank, and then press return, it adds number 2. This could be Ali Abdal, etc. And then, of course, I'll have to put myself at the end. Fantastic. And then that's how you can add a numbered list. Or again, use the / and then just use numbered, and you can add it that way. The last basic block that I wanted to cover as part of our dashboard is a toggle. So if I scroll up to the top, let's say we're going to add it straight underneath the title of the page. So just press return, and we can use the /. So just type toggle, and we've got a toggle list, but you'll also see that we've got these different size toggles as well. So I'll get to those in a second. So let's use a basic toggle first. We need to give a name for this. Let's just say this is going to be a brain dump, where we go and get any new ideas. And then when we click on the little arrow, it drops down, and then we can add anything in here. So for example, need to buy birthday present, etc, etc. And now when we go and click on the toggle, it'll go and hide whatever's in there. We can also go and make bigger toggles. So if I just underneath here go and put again / toggle, but we can click one of the bigger ones. So toggle heading 2, there you go, it says heading 2. Again, we can do the same thing. So give it a name, but it's just bigger if you want to go and have a more important heading. So those are different toggle sizes, and it's really useful to use those to hide information throughout your dashboard and workspace. As I shared at the start of the video, I've got a couple more advanced tips to share with you just to go and format your dashboard a little bit better. First up, let's go and add some columns. So if I move the tasks out of the way, we can press / and then type column, and you can select how many you'd like. So let's just go 2 columns, and it's hard to see, but if you sort of hover here, there's 1 column there, and then here we've got our second column next to it, but there's nothing in them. Now I'm going to move our important dates and tasks into these 2 columns. So if you click and drag across these blocks so you can see that they're selected, and then let go, and then click on the 6 dots and drag them, you'll see that it then appears here in the left hand column. So that's not a column, that's a column. So then just let go, and it's now that divider line is only halfway across the page. So let's go and do the same with our important date. So click and drag across to select all the information that we want. Then click on the 6 dots, we'll drag it to the other side, and then when it's in the column, let go. And I've got a spare bit of space here, so I'm just going to delete that so that they're aligned. And we've now got our 2 headings, our divider lines and bits next to each other. So that's the first slightly more advanced formatting option, and you can use those wherever you like. Then let's just go and add also a link. So here, if I go and select myself here, and we've got the link symbol, and I can go add link, and then here we just need to either go and add a link to somewhere else in your Notion workspace, or we can go and to type one in. So I can just go and type in YouTube, so www.youtube.com / Andy Gaught. it's there at the top. Just go and press return, and that's now going and added that link in. And if I hover over it, you can see the link. You could go and copy it, and you could go and edit it as well, along with the title. So putting links both to external pages, but also within your workspace is a great way to go and improve your navigation so that you can move around things a lot easier. Now that you've mastered the basics, go and check out the video here where I go into some more advanced Notion blocks, and otherwise I'll see you in the next video. See ya.